was just animating the finale like 10 minutes ago, and I got so fed up that I decided to make this video. Okay, the first issue with Fortnite Creative, when I'm rotating something, okay, why, you see it rotates normally like this, right? Just like that's how it should be, like it's rotating. But if I change the direction like this, let me put him at like a angle like that, there, and then I try rotating it, look, why does it go that direction? Why is it going to the right? But if I go over here, then it's actually facing me. It's rotating relative to the world, but it should be rotating relative to me, my character. It should be rotating where I'm facing, because if I'm facing this way, it should be rotating the way I'm facing, but it's rotating relative to the world grid. Why does it do that, bro? Fix that. Epic Games, make an option where you can just change that setting. Like, why does it do that? And look, if I multi-select it, I try to like rotate it like this. Like, what is that? Do you see, like if he is right here and I rotate it, he just goes to the side. And then I have to switch to another axis to rotate him like that to actually get him to align with my character. I shouldn't have to do that. Like, what is that? If I want to like rotate him easily, I just have to reset him back to the world grid. The world, and then I can rotate him. And then I can rotate him facing my character. Like, that's the only way to do it. Like, I shouldn't have to do that. The second issue is with like smaller details like this. Like, let me show you an example. Like, let me show you an example. So if I put this circle like into his head, just as an example, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I can clearly see the circle, right? I can see the blue color right there. But if I try to select it, I can't. Oh my god, I can't select it. Why can't I select it? I have to get the precise angle just to select it. Like, I can clearly see the circle on his head, so why can't I select it? Like, I have to just, bro, like, what is that? If I put it like deeper inside, I can still see it, but I can't select it at all. I can't select it because the hitbox of this is bigger than the actual prop itself. Like, why? I can see it, but I can't select it. That's so annoying. The third issue, if I have small details like this is a snowman piece. If I shrink it down to like be really small, then if I'm trying to rotate it, that dot in the center when I'm rotating it, it covers up the prop. I can't even see where it's going because it covers up the prop. And then I have to mess around with it for like 50,000 minutes just to trying to get the right angle because I can't see where it's rotating because of that glowing blue dot that's covering it up. Like, why? That's so annoying. The fourth issue. So if I'm up close, right, you can see all the details on his helmet. But if I go far back, like if I go back here, suddenly you can see his bald head sticking through the helmet. And if I go up close, it just reappears. And then I go far away, and then his helmet shrinks. Why does it do that? It's so annoying. His helmet just shrinks when I go, like, the primitive shapes become lower quality when I move back. And like I can see his head sticking through. The fifth issue, it's not really that big of a deal, but when I multi-select like a character and then I like rotate him, right, or like move him or anything, when I put him down, he places. That's bad. It should stay selected when I place him. It should stay. It shouldn't deselect him when I place him. It should stay selected so I can move him again. Because if I'm like trying to get like the perfect pose, I have to keep multi-selecting him, then keep rotating him, then place him again, and then it doesn't stay selected, so I keep having to multi-select him to get the right angle. Oh my god, my sixth issue with Fortnite Creative. I keep selecting the floor. Oh my god, I can't take this. My seventh issue with Fortnite Creative. When I Bro, bro, when I like select this and then I select air, look, I have all of this selected and then I select the sky, and then it all gets deselected. Like why does it do that? Why does it do that? Just why does it deselect when I select the air? Why does it do that? And I keep selecting the floor. I keep selecting the floor. Bro, that's not even really an issue with Fortnite Creative. That's just an issue with me, I guess. Yeah, anyways, as I was saying, I keep having to like multi-select him every time I want to move him. Like he doesn't stay selected when I place him. Like add an option so that it can stay selected when I place him. Oh my god, stop selecting the floor. My 8th issue with Fortnite Creative. So I built like a small replica of the Mad Max robot from the finale. And it doesn't even look accurate because it kind of looks accurate, but bro. Okay, so I have his head right here, right? And I wanted to add the glowing blue eyes. I take this primitive shape, right? It's like a glowing blue that's perfect for his eyes. So if I try to put it in there, I can't get it to go small enough. It won't go small enough. And then there's a limit to how small I can make it. Like why that's so big. It's not even small enough. It should go way smaller than that. And then when I try to like put it in his head, it just like it's too big. Like look at that. That's the another issue. What is that? That's not even a circle. That's some like weird like triangle like shape. Like what is that? And then it changes based on how far I am. Look, it just changes. What is that? What is that? Why does it do that? Like what is going on? It should just like why is it a triangular looking shape? It should just stay as the circle. And look, like it has these jagged edges when I put it inside of the headpiece. It has these jagged edges all over it. So I have to switch to a smaller piece like this diamond from the Art Deco gallery. And it's not even like glowing anymore. And when I put it in, like you can see, it's not even what I want. Like it's not even a circle. Like it just has all those jagged edges because it's a diamond. It's not even a primitive shape. Make it so I can make things go smaller and also like fix this. Like another issue, depth perception. Okay, you can see I just put the blue circle in the black circle, right? So okay, here, so I have the blue circle, it's selected. You can see it's glowing blue right here. If I put it in the black circle, I can still see the preview, right? So it should be not inside of the black circle. It should be outside the black circle, because as you can see, the preview where I have it selected, it's not inside it. It's still part of it. It's still outside. You can see the glowing blue, but if I place it, it's inside. It's inside, bro. Oh my god, it's in. Like why? Like the depth perception isn't even accurate at all. Like you can see, I clearly have it outside, but when I place it, it goes inside. Why does it do that? Fix the thing. Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand. Another thing, right? When I'm trying to change the color of a piece, like look at his eyeball. Say I want to change the color of his eyeball. So I have to look at his eyeball to change the color. So if I look at his arm, I just look at his arm and then I can change the color. But if I look at his eye, it's either, okay, 3 other things are being selected but his eye. The only thing that's not being selected is his eye, the thing that I'm looking at. My reticle is on his eye, but then it selects the thing under his eye. Like, I don't want to change that. I want to change his eye. And then what is this? My reticle is all the way up here, but if I move it up, it selects something all the way at the bottom. Like, it's selecting his literal stomach. Why is it selecting it all the way down there? I'm looking up here. And I can even select his eye. It selects this piece above his eye or the piece below his eye. I can't select his eye. To select his eye, I have to select this piece and this piece. And look, this brings up another issue that I literally mentioned previously. I'm selecting the piece above his eye, but instead of selecting the piece I'm looking at, it's selecting his head. I'm not looking at his head, I'm looking at this piece. Why is it selecting his head? Anyways, I have to do that to change his eye. I have to cut all of this. I have to remove that just to change, and I still can't even change it. Okay, I'm gonna select everything. I'm literally gonna select everything. There. Now I can change the eye color. That's the most annoying thing ever. Oh, another thing. Okay, when I go into phase mode, right? And then I go down into the water, or I fall in the water. When I try to... Okay, it's not doing it right now for some reason. Okay, I don't know how to get it to work, but sometimes when I'm in the water... Okay, I think I know how to get it to work. So, if I mantle on this wall when I'm in phase mode, right? See if I can get it to work. I'm not sure. Sometimes, like, when I'm in phase mode, it just, like, makes me fall through the floor. I forgot why, it does that and how to activate it. But sometimes, I fall all the way down here into the ocean when I'm in phase mode. And then when I try to, like fly back up, I can't. It's not doing it right now, but sometimes, like, when I'm in the water and I try to fly back up, like, I'm double tapping and then it just doesn't... I don't fly. Like, it just does this, like, I keep jumping, like, even though I'm double tapping fly, and then I'm not flying for some reason, even though I'm trying to fly. And why does it do that thing where I just fall through the map in phase? Like, I don't know why it does that. I did it, look. I fall through the map, and then when I try to get back up... Okay, I just did it. So if I, like, spam it, if I spam the mantle here, like, when I'm in phase, look, I fall through the map, and then sometimes I can't fly out of the water, and it's really annoying. Another issue, I lost track. I don't know how many issues I'm naming right now. Another issue with a billboard, or with any text, like, just anything, really. If I try to change the billboard, right? If I try to change it, if I click on it to edit the text... Oh, that's weird. It's actually working. Hold on. If I try to edit the text, look. See what happened? It canceled it. It canceled me editing the text. When I try to edit it, it cancels. Try to get it to work. If I try to edit this, look, it exits out. It cancels the thing. And then I have to press it, like, twice, or even sometimes 3 times for it to work. Like, if I just want to edit the text of this trigger, I have to, like, it just canceled it, and I have to press it like twice to change the text, and I can change it. Same with the billboard. If I try to change the text, look, it cancels out, and I have to press it twice. Sometimes it's even worse. Like, I can press it... I have to press it 3 times for it to work. If I try to change the text, I don't know why, sometimes it just cancels out. Like, I can't even edit it. It takes multiple tries. It just keeps canceling. Why does it do that? I don't know why it does that. So annoying. Now I'm gonna talk about the things that Fortnite Creative should add. So something they should definitely add is if I have, like, detail... Okay, another issue is I keep getting lag spikes. I keep getting lag spike. Like, every 5 seconds I get a lag spike. Stop. Anyways, something they should add is when I have, like, a bunch of details on a character, like if I put something on his arm and then on his leg, I have to select them individually. So if I have, like, a ton of detail on a character, like, for example, like this, like, I have to select each detail individually, and it takes forever. And I keep selecting the floor. Stop. And I have to select each detail individually. Like, I just have to select everything. I have to select his back, and it takes forever. Add an option where I can combine props into one prop. Like, I can create a compound prop or something. I can just combine multiple props into one thing. So instead of just, right, selecting his body and having to select all of this, right? And selecting, like, the bell and everything, Instead, I should just be able to select it once, and then it selects all of that. It would make things so much faster. I just got another lag spike. It would make things so much easier and faster if I could just combine props. Another thing is, I kind of mentioned this earlier, increase the limit on how much you can shrink and grow things. So this body right here, this is the minimum I can shrink it. I can't shrink it anymore. Like I'm trying to shrink it. I can like grow it, but I can't shrink it more. So I have to, like, if I want to split his body up into segments, like I can't do that. I can't like shrink it like that. I have to take another piece, then make it look like his body, and then I can shrink it. So I have to get another piece that's smaller in order to do that. So now I can segment his body. Why can't you just make it so I can like make the piece smaller? And same with the growing too. Like I can't, like, that's the maximum it can grow. Like these characters over here are a perfect example. Look at this. Look at this. So I had to create this giant golden god with these completely different pieces. I just got another lag spike, and these pieces are hollow. They're hollow. So to fix that, I have to like put these things like this piece. I have to put it on his hand so it doesn't show up as hollow. I have to do that. Why can't I just take this piece and then grow it super big to the size of this? Because I have to select another piece and it's hollow inside. I don't want it to be hollow. Why can't I just select this and then make it bigger? Why can't I just select this and make it as big as his arm so it doesn't have to be hollow? Why does it do that? And if I want this piece, it can go the other way around. If I want this piece, this hollow piece, and I want to like shrink it to the size of his body, I can't. That is the minimum amount I can shrink it. And what if I want to grow his head too? I want to take his head and I want to grow it to the size of this. I can't. I have to get a separate circle piece just to make it bigger. Why? I shouldn't have to do that. I should not have to get a whole separate piece just to make it bigger or smaller. It makes things so difficult because I just got another lag spike because I can't like it's hollow. I can't use the specific pieces I want because there's a limited amount of big pieces like this. That's why I had to use this hollow piece and not something that's solid, because there's a limited amount of big pieces. Why can't I just grow things to as big as I want them to be? Another thing is when I'm like dealing with like giant mechs like this with big characters and I want to select everything. Okay, bro. Oh my god. See how I can't select this? See how I'm clearly like selecting the circle, and then like I'm not trying to select the body, I'm trying to select the circle, but I can't select the circle. I have to go inside the circle to select it. Well, I shouldn't have to do that. That's so annoying. Anyways, when I'm dealing with a big character like this, right? If I want to like deselect his leg, I select air and then it deselects everything. I have to fly down to select his leg. There should be an option to just control the range of your phone. Like, because I can't select something all the way over there. There should be an option to change the range on it so I can just select it from like all the way over here. I have to go up, like, I just got another lag spike. I have to go up to that close to select it. Another issue is that if I'm trying to like do something like very precise, like move his like thing up, right, I have to turn down my flight speed to like 0.01, and then I can like move it precisely. But okay, if I'm on the ground and I want to go up into fly mode, okay, this is what happens. I have to jump. I have to double tap jump to go into fly mode. So this is what happens when I try to go into fly. I go all the way up here, and then I have to like turn up my flight speed to go back down, and then cycle through a million other flight speeds to get back to 0.1. For that to not happen, I have to crouch before I fly, and then I stay in the same spot. Why does it do that? Why does it do that? I have to cycle through a million other flight speeds to get to 0.1. Like, what if I'm on 0.5 and I want to go to 0.1? I have to cycle through a million other different ones to get to 0.1. Why? And then if I go from a high flight speed, right, from like 10 times to like a low flight speed, it carries my momentum and I go flying this way. And since my flight speed is so slow, I can't like change it. I have to go back to a higher one so I can move back to where I was originally, because I have to go to 10 flight speed in order to go to 0.1. So if I'm on this flight speed and then I go to 0.1, I go flying and I can't even stop myself. Like, I can't slow down or anything. Another super annoying thing, when I'm trying to place a prefab, okay, like this Japanese dojo gallery, I'm gonna turn my grid snap to like 2, and my drops on. So if I'm trying to like place this, it's just a blue box. Why is it a blue box? Why is it a blue box? Bro, it should just be the hologram of the prefab. It's a blue box. And the worst part is, the blue box isn't even the size of the actual prefab. Watch this. See how big this blue box is right now? Look, when I place it, it's not even the right size. It's so much bigger than it actually is. Why is the blue box of the prefab like 5 times bigger than the actual prefab? What is that? It makes things so hard to line up, right? So when if I have like multiple of these galleries, right? And let's say I want to put another one of these right next to it. Let's say I just want to do this. I want to put it right next to it, like that. So it's aligned. So I take out the prefab, and then I have to guess where it's going to go. So let's say it's gonna go right here. Like, I'm guessing where it's gonna go, and then it's off. It's off because this stupid blue box isn't even like, it should just show the outline of the prefab. Why is it this massive box? I can't even tell where it's gonna go. And then I have to keep deleting the prefab over and over and over until I get the right placement. Well, let me try it again. Let me try to place it again. And it's still like, bro, I have to keep deleting it. Why can't it just show the outline of the prefab? Why is it a blue box? Another super annoying thing, I can't even like sculpt realistic looking things. Look at this. So this is like a large chin, right? It's made up of individual circles, and you can tell that it's made up of individual circles. You can see that, and that is a bad thing. Why is the lighting on the circles individual? See, each circle has its own shadow. It's not one shadow that goes across the entire thing. There are a bunch of individual shadows on each of the circles, so you can easily tell that they're individual circles. See, like, and I can't even smooth it out. I want to smooth this out so you can't tell that they're circles, but I can't, because if I try to take this and then try to smooth it out by doing that, you can still tell. Like, you see those jagged edges? Those jagged edges on the circle. Those jagged edges on the circle. Bro, each circle has its own individual shadow, and you can see the line where the next circle begins. You can clearly see the line, and it is impossible to smooth this out. You can't smooth it out. It's literally impossible to make it look smooth. Like, why does it do that? Why? I'm gonna try to smooth it out by doing this. It doesn't do anything. Like, you can see the jagged edges everywhere. Oh, another issue I just remembered. Right when I'm looking at a gallery, if I want like some white walls, right? So let's say I'm looking for some white walls. Okay, I know that the Tilted Tower wall gallery has white walls. So I'm going to go into this gallery and trying to select it. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll through. Oh, this looks like a white wall to me. If I place it down, that's not a white wall. That is not a white wall. The issue is you can't see the other side of the wall. See, each of these walls has another texture on the backside. See, this one is blue, and if I grab out another one, This one is like a decoration wallpaper. So each wall has its own texture on the backside, but you can't see it. You can't see the backside when you're looking for it. So they all just look the exact same, and you have to literally guess which one is the right wall. You have to keep going through. You have to keep cycling through all these different walls. And what makes it worse is that when you place it, it just shows you the front side. So to see what the texture is on the backside, you have to walk around and look at it. You have to keep walking around and look at it. I have to go around to the backside to see what the texture is. There is this split second where you can see the hologram actually. See, this one's white. There's like a split second where you can see the backside of the texture when I place it down. Let's see if you can see. There's a split second where you can see the backside. Right there, you saw that? That's how I can tell if it's the one I'm looking for or not. So I just have to keep cycling through these. I should not have to cycle through a million. I should just be able to see which one I want and just select it. In order to see the backside, you have to take out this entire super big gallery and place it down. Look at all these walls. I only want one wall. I shouldn't have to place down a million other walls to get one wall. So I have to look here. Okay, I found my wall. I found the wall. I just got a lag spike. I found the wall I want. Now I can delete these hundreds of walls, which will take forever. I have to delete all of these. I have to delete so many of them. And this is just going to take forever. I have to delete this just to get one wall. Why is it like that? Another issue is that some hitboxes of props aren't accurate to the actual prop. So for example, I'm gonna get this bed from Eclipsed Estate. If I can find it, where is it? Where is that one bed? Okay, there's this couch. This couch should work. So you can see this is just a normal couch, right? If I jump on this couch, I should just land on the couch, right? But I'm floating. What is this? Why is the hitbox like this? I should just be able to go onto the couch itself, but no. I'm standing on the large hitbox. Why is the hitbox so big? Why is it like that? It shouldn't be like that. Why is the hitbox so big? I'm really floating on it. I'm standing on air. I'm standing on air. Why is it like that? That's the dumbest thing ever. Another issue is with the volume device. Okay, so for context, the mutator zone device, everyone uses this for like detecting when players go in this. So there's a setting in here, on a player entering zone, that makes it so if someone enters this zone, right, it sends a signal. But the downside is it's only a cube. Like, you can't select the shape. See, I'm going through the settings. You can only select between a cylinder and a box. That's it. So with the volume device, I just got another lag spike. The volume device should fix that, right? Because the volume device, it detects when players go in it. It detects when that happens. And there's more shapes too. There's not just a cylinder. There's a sphere. So that's really good, right? So it can be a replacement for the mutator zone. So this is better than the mutator for detecting players. But it's actually not better, it's worse. Because look, oh my god, like, what is that? Look, okay, I'm gonna increase the zone size so you can see this better. I'm gonna increase the size up to like 6 so you can see this. So now I have a massive zone, right? But if I have like something in here that I want to select, look, the hitbox, why is it like that? Look, so I'm selecting the air right now. Instead of selecting the air, I'm selecting the volume. What is that hitbox? What is that hitbox? I'm clearly not selecting the volume, but it's making me select it anyways. So if I have something right next to it that I want to select, I can't select it. I physically cannot select it. I have to move this out of the way, and then I can select it. But that doesn't even happen with the mutator. That doesn't even happen with the mutator. See, I can select stuff perfectly fine. Like, I'm selecting air, and it's perfectly fine. But for some reason with the volume, the hitbox is big. Why is it like that? Why is the mutator perfectly fine but the volume isn't? Why does the volume have a super big hitbox for no reason? That makes it just like I never use it. I just use the mutator zone instead. I don't know why it does that. And to make things worse, the volume device is even more useless because it doesn't have enable and disable options. Look, you can't even choose when it enables or disables, unlike the mutator zone, which you can actually enable and disable it. Like like that makes this device even more useless than it already was. What's even the point of the volume? What is even the point? I think that is everything. That is the end of the video. I just wanted to rant about everything I hate about creative mode. I just wanted to rant about that stuff. Wow, that was a lot. Epic Games, fix your game. Fortnite Creative is the worst thing ever. Fix it.